Charo Santos in Batang Quiapo, the queens return to the streets that made us. What if one of the most respected women in Philippine media chose to step back into the chaos, not to command from above, but to walk among the wounded, the lost, and the broken? What if a legend decided not to rest on her legacy, but to sharpen it even more, inside one of the grittiest primetime dramas of our time? Stay until the end, because Charo Santos' journey in Batang Quiapo is not just a return. It's a powerful declaration that age, status, and history are only stepping stones when your purpose is far from over. Please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Charo Santos is a name that echoes with quiet strength. From her unforgettable storytelling on MMK to her decades-long influence behind the scenes as an executive, she has become synonymous with dignity, wisdom, and excellence. Most would be content with that legacy, but not Charo. She didn't seek comfort. She sought meaning. She chose to re-enter the frame, not as a symbol, but as a woman ready to feel, to fight, and to remind us of what real presence looks like. In Batang Quiapo, Charo brought a different kind of power. She wasn't wielding it with volume or action. She brought weight and silence. In a show defined by movement, she stood still, and in that stillness, commanded every eye. Her character, a matriarch grounded by pain and principle, carried the burden of generations. And with every glance, every measured line, she reminded us that some of the strongest battles are fought in the heart. This wasn't just acting. This was lived experience. Charo carried with her a lifetime of stories of women who endure, who sacrifice, who lead with compassion rather than control. In her performance, you could feel decades of struggle and triumph, not only in her character's world, but in the real one she's walked through herself. The impact was immediate. Audiences found themselves leaning in, not to be impressed, but to be moved. Charo's eyes could hold an entire lifetime of emotion. Her pauses spoke louder than most actors' monologues. In a generation that chases quick fame and fast delivery, she slowed everything down and made us feel again. What made it even more inspiring was how Charo embraced the challenge. She never acted like a queen. On set, she was collaborative, respectful, and hungry to connect with her co-actors, both young and seasoned. She listened. She learned. She led by example. Her discipline, her humility, and her tireless preparation reminded everyone why she earned the title of icon, not just for what she's done, but for how she continues to do it. Charo's involvement in Batang Quiapo is a masterclass in Filipino values. Pagpapakumbaba, she carried herself with grace, never pulling rank. Tiaga, she worked through the long hours with the same energy as any newcomer. Pagmamalasakit, she gave her whole heart to the story, ensuring that her role added real weight, not just fame. And Pananampalataya, not just in herself, but in the power of storytelling to heal, to challenge, to transform. She didn't take the easy role. She didn't rely on old tricks. She dug deep and gave something new, even after everything she's already given this industry. And that's what makes her role in Batang Quiapo unforgettable. It's not about being relevant again. It's about being courageous enough to evolve with purpose. Younger viewers, who may have only known her as the face of MMK, were introduced to a different side of Charo Santos, one that could go head-to-head with today's fiercest actors and still rise above, not by dominating, but by being deeply human. She wasn't afraid to show weakness, to cry, to falter. And in those moments, she was strongest. In 2025, as Batang Quiapo redefined primetime television, Charo Santos helped anchor the emotional core of the series. Her presence grounded the chaos. Her performance brought moral clarity to moral confusion. And her character became the silent force behind some of the show's most critical turning points. This is the essence of leadership, not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, guiding with truth. And that's what Charo gave the audience, truth. The kind you feel in your bones. The kind that reminds you of your own mother, your own Lola, your own inner voice that tells you to hold on when life starts pulling you under. Charo Santos' journey in Batang Quiapo isn't just a role. It's a reminder that our best contributions often come after the world thinks we've peaked. That legacy isn't built in one era. It's proven through constant reinvention. And that even queens need to walk through the streets now and then to remember where strength is born. Did Charo Santos' performance in Batang Quiapo move you? Did it remind you of someone in your life who holds your family together with quiet strength? Share your reflections, because your story, like hers, might just be the anchor someone else needs.